The National Transportation Safety Board says the train that derailed Monday as it made its way from Seattle to Portland was going more than twice the posted speed limit when it jumped the tracks on a bridge over a busy interstate highway. Preliminary indications are that the train was traveling 80 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour track, NTSB member Bella Dinzer said Tuesday. 3 people were killed and more than 100 injured when one of 2 engines and 12 cars derailed, many of them tumbling onto a busy interstate highway below. As rain poured down Tuesday, cranes moved in to clear the damaged cars from Interstate 5, one of the busiest highways on the West Coast, which authorities said may remain closed for several days. NTSB officials said that investigators had not spoken with the train crew and they were uncertain whether the crew was familiar with the speed limits in the zone. The train was making its inaugural run on a 14.5-mile stretch of recently refurbished track. 2 of the 3 people who died Monday were identified as Zach Wilhoit and Jim Hamra, both train buffs who were eager to be aboard the inaugural run of the Amtrak train over the new route. If the automatic braking system known as Positive Train Control, PTC, had been operating, sensors along the track bed would have slowed the train before it entered the left-hand curve where it derailed, and the fatal wreck could have been avoided, investigators said. It can prevent collision, said Deborah A.P. Hersman, former chairman of the NTSB and now head of the National Safety Council. This technology has been proven. And each year we delay the mandate to put it on these routes is another year that passengers and communities are at risk. Congress initially took action after a 2008 collision of a commuter train and a Union Pacific freight locomotive that killed 25 people and injured 135 in Chatsworth, California. At that time, Congress mandated that all railroads have PTC installed by the end of 2015. Though the Federal Railroad Administration pressed the railroads to complete the PTC system, the railroads told Congress in 2015 that PTC technology was too complex and the $14.7 billion cost to equip freight and commuter lines was prohibitive. Congress, which has received $56 million in campaign contributions from the railroads since 1990, relented. The lawmakers voted to extend the PTC deadline until 2018 and left open the possibility they might grant a further extension until 2020. The shameful part, the disappointing part, is that Positive Train Control should have been implemented nationwide long ago, and it hasn't been, Dinzer said Tuesday. That's one reason people have been losing their lives. Sound Transit, which owns the track on which the Amtrak train was operating Monday, planned to comply with the congressional mandate and install PTC sensors next year. Although Amtrak trains are equipped with PTC, the Washington State Department of Transportation said the necessary trackside sensors to enable it were not yet in place. It is now the end of 2017 and we still don't have Positive Train Control protecting people on these passenger routes, Hersman said.